What is up, guys? Back to some more videos, and in today's video, more SAFEMOON news, topics, discussions, and updates. Before I get into the video, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to advise on your finances. Here to give my opinion on what I think, what I believe. That's all it's going to be. So SAFEMOON, now trust me, I know the title is freaking mind-blowing, but I am looking at, is it possible? Like, I don't need easy, I need possible, and it is very possible because I keep saying it every single video. We are so early, it is not even funny. Now, I do want to reference from the CEO, I believe is Chief Blockchain Officer, Thomas, aka Papa. This is a direct quote from someone who is not only on the SAFEMOON team, but is heading the project of developing their blockchain and heading a lot of projects when it comes to their software and infrastructure. This is the go-to guy when it comes to everything SAFEMOON and their development. So this guy about 2 months ago said, SAFEMOON is deflationary with every transaction. Our massive supply is not what is in circulation. Over time, we will have under 100 million. Keep an eye on SAFEMOON over the next 2 years. 2 years? 100 million circulating supply? What? That is just so ridiculous to me in my head, right? But am I going to question someone who is literally writing the protocol for this thing? Am I going to question someone who's actually, like, obviously on the team developing literally everything? There has to be things that he knows that we don't, and when it comes to the technology and what they're doing that we don't. Right now, it would take a very, very long time for SAFEMOON to burn down from 580 trillion to 100 million, because SAFEMOON is just not readily available to have that amount of volume to warrant that supply anytime soon. But this is in an environment where SAFEMOON is still very hard to purchase and pick up. We're not on Binance, we're not on Coinbase, we're not on Huobi. SAFEMOON doesn't have their wallet. SAFEMOON doesn't have their own exchange. SAFEMOON integration with Gambia is still in the ongoing conversation. There's so many things that can potentially be a catalyst for this thing to burn so rapidly. Like, I feel like once you get going with, you know, all these things just mentioned, the volume, because if you don't know, SAFEMOON burns its supply based on the 24-hour volume. That volume is the key, the literal key in regards to how fast we are going to burn and how much reflections you get. This is awesome because, you know, we burned damn near half of the entire supply thus far, and SAFEMOON is hard to buy. SAFEMOON volume is very low. You know, we're talking about $16 million in volume in 24-hour trading volume, versus if you go to any other cryptocurrency in the top 100, it is absolutely, you know, dwarfing those numbers when it comes to volume. So we can look at 24-hour volume right here. If we want to go ahead and see the biggest 24-hour volume is going to be Tether, then Bitcoin, and Ethereum. These things are chilling in the billions of volume, chilling in the billions of volume. Like, that is freaking massive. Even if you scroll down and go to the hundreds of millions, right? Look at this. We're looking at right here, right? Maker, hundreds of million. Freaking Curve token, which is 97 ranked, but SAFEMOON is what, 53? This thing is pulling $126 million in 24-hour volume. You know, Wave, like, SAFEMOON is ranked higher than these cryptocurrencies right here. Is ranked higher than ONT. Kusama's out here pulling 143 million when it comes to 24-hour volume. Elrond, BitTorrent, all of these coins, man, all of these cryptocurrencies, you know, even OMG, oh my god, network, $243 million in 24-hour volume. SAFEMOON is chilling where? Let's see what SAFEMOON is. SAFEMOON is here. Freaking 16 million, and yet it is sitting at rank 59. Coins that are ranked lower than SAFEMOON, like the Harmonies and, you know, freaking Digibyte, Stack, Bitcoin Gold, has more volume than SAFEMOON. Why? Literally one factor. They're all easier to buy. All of them's easier to buy. You know, SAFEMOON is not listed anywhere that's big or massive, so obviously the buying pressure isn't going to be as great. Now, how do we get $100 million from SAFEMOON? Why is this a conversation? How is it even possible? Well, I'm going to refer back to obviously the chief blockchain officer being Thomas, referencing 100 million circulating supply. So obviously SAFEMOON is at 100 million circulating supply. For it to be valued at $1 per coin, You just need $100 million in market cap. SAFEMOON is so above that. SAFEMOON is sitting at $1.7 billion. So if we were to actually take the soon to be, or I guess the expected market cap of 100 million, and we reference it to the sorry, not market cap, but the circulating supply, and reference it to our current market cap, how much would one SAFEMOON be worth if, obviously we get to that, 100 million circulating supply? So we're going to go ahead and copy the current market cap. Obviously, this isn't a true reflection of what the market cap will be in the future, but we're going to use it as a reference because it's what we have to reference right now when it comes to the price. SAFEMOON has been in the 500 billions when it comes to market cap. But if I take this and I divide it by 100 million circulating supply, right, we're getting a $17 SAFEMOON. Like, what am I looking at? What am I freaking looking at, man? That's a massive price. And I'm not making these numbers up. Like, I'm literally referencing information that was put out by one of the core developers. Like, I'm not making nothing up. If we get down to these supplies as per Thomas, and obviously our market cap is just maintained, we don't even need to move, just maintain it. Like, we're looking at a $17 SAFEMOON. Like, that's real numbers. Now, right now, SAFEMOON is worth literally nothing. I mean, you can pick up 100 million coins. I believe it's for what, $308. So if not financial advice, but with a $308 investment, you can pick up a little over 100 million SAFEMOON. Now, obviously, over time, reflections that you earn from buying and selling because of tokenomics, that 10% transaction fee, obviously you're going to add to your SAFEMOON bags. So your 100 million, probably by the time it does hit the $1 range, will be maybe 150 million, maybe 200 million, depending on how long it takes. But all we need is for SAFEMOON to get to $1. I don't need $17. Like, we don't need that. We need SAFEMOON to be worth $1. That's it, worth $1. That's all I want to see. And when it comes to the supply, honestly, like, we could burn down to 5 billion. Like, we don't need 100 million. That's too low, and I don't care to see 100 million. If we get there, great. But all we need is the mid to low billions. Like, that's very honest. I mean, if we get to, if SAFEMOON gets to a 5 billion circulating supply, 5 billion. All we would need is a $5 billion market cap, which SAFEMOON has already reached for us to get a $1 SAFEMOON. If SAFEMOON is valued at $1 per coin, you're holding over 100 million coins. You're sitting on over $100 million. That's real money. That's real numbers. That's money you can cash out and obviously go take. Now, obviously, when you do cash it out, you're going to pay 10% when it comes to that tokenomics tax transaction fee. So 10% of 100 million, we can just go ahead and plug it in to see how much you would actually be paying to cash out all that SAFEMOON. I believe if I go like this, divide it, hit the percentage on it, you are looking at paying out $10 million. Wow. So you pocket 90 grand, or sorry, $90 million, which is a lot of money. Like, I would pay $10 million to cash out 90 million. And obviously, by the time you get to this point, you're going to have maybe upwards of like 150 million SAFEMOON. So in those aspects, like, you're not really paying out enough to lower you under $100 million. I mean, it is a lot of money when you're holding those amount of coins, and when those numbers are valued at like $1 per coin, it is freaking insane. Now, I understand what you're thinking. This is so unrealistic. This is so far-fetched. This is never, ever, ever going to happen. This is complete FUD. Like, I understand the logic. I can't even believe the idea of these numbers. And I'm the one making the video. I can't even fathom $100 million. Like, you telling me you can invest in a coin right now, and all I have to do is wait for it to hit $1. And then that's $100 million right there. There's obviously issues when it comes to, if the market cap is 5 billion and I'm holding $100 million of the entire market cap, I sell my entire bags. That's kind of enough to move the price of SAFEMOON. Now, what if there's a whale that's holding 1 billion SAFEMOON, and this thing is at $1 per SAFEMOON, and the market cap is 5 billion? Obviously, he holds an entire, 20% of the entire market cap. There's parts of this that I just don't understand. Like, how does it work with people that are holding billions and keep the billions and they just keep holding and holding and holding? I don't understand a lot of aspects of this and how this works. I can only reference what the team is saying and what the team is putting out there. I do not see this happening in 2 years, like what was referenced. I'm looking at that 8 to even 15-year stretch. But if I have to wait 15 years to make $100 million, that is worth it. That is more than a retirement back. This is why it is so important to get in early on product. This is why it is so crucial to get in when everything is low, when everything is worthless, when there's no price action, because in the future, look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the perfect, and I mean perfect reference. When Dogecoin first dropped, it was literally SAFEMOON value right now. Like, it was worthless. And now Dogecoin peaked at damn near $1 just a couple months ago. Like, it was at 76 cents. I mean, no one fathomed that something that was this worthless. Look at that. That is 3 zeros and, you know, what, a 5, a 2. And this is when it was actually registered. I think it was actually created a couple months before registering it here, which is what we're seeing when it comes to December of 2013. So when it first dropped, like, it was fractions of nothing. So if you were to obviously invest, you know, $1,000 into Dogecoin back then, and, you know, we're going to obviously see how many coins you would have held. You would have held 3,333,333, whatever. That's a lot of Dogecoin. Now, obviously, if you want to go ahead and see how much that would be worth in dollars when it did hit its peak. Sorry, I did that wrong. Of course, I cannot math. We go ahead and do that, and when it peaked at 76 cents, you would have been holding $2.5 million. You would have had to have waited, what, 8 years? So your $1,000 investment, waiting 8 years, is now worth $2.5 million. And this is a coin that does nothing. Nothing. Dogecoin has nothing. Dogecoin is an inflationary token. You can forever mine more into the supply. There's no, look at this. You see this? That is an infinite total supply. There's no cap on how much Dogecoin that can be in circulation. You see this? I remember seeing this at the beginning of the year at like 126 billion. Now it's at 130 billion. You know, there's never ever going to be a cap in regards to how much Dogecoin can be in circulation. Dogecoin is sitting over 100 billion when it comes to circulating supply, and this thing down there hit $1 with nothing backing it. There's no wallet, there's no exchange, there's no integration, there's no adoption. There's just community and people trolling. Honestly, that's literally it. If this coin can do what I just said when it comes to taking $1,000 and turning it into 2.5 million, with literally nothing behind it, no utility, no nothing, no team even developing the blockchain, nothing. This is just a coin for transactions. I would imagine that a coin like SAFEMOON that has everything is working on, like I keep saying, guys, wallet, exchange, debit card, country integration, Minecraft integration, their whole NFT platform, they're obviously DeFi. There's a lot of product feelings that we actually don't know about when it comes to future roadmaps and what they actually have down the pipeline for the next 2 to 5 years. We just don't know. But if you were to hold SAFEMOON for the same length of time as Dogecoin, but SAFEMOON has all these things going for itself, unlike Dogecoin, SAFEMOON is deflationary, meaning it will forever burn until it hits whatever the floor is. I don't know what the floor number is, but it was going to burn and burn and burn and burn and burn. Versus Dogecoin, you can always, you know, mine more into the supply, making it a, you know, very high inflationary token, which means the value per coin technically will be worth less in the future, although there's more investors into it, which obviously, you know, it kind of negates that and keeps the price high. But there's going to be a point now where the supply is just so freaking massive that it's just a bad investment. SAFEMOON is the complete reverse of Dogecoin, having obviously a deflationary aspect with the tokenomics, having the utility. All it takes is patience, in my opinion. I'm a firm believer that a $1 SAFEMOON is for sure in the cards one day, whether that's, like I said, 8 to 15 years from now. It doesn't matter to me. Imagine making $100 million in the next 15 years. Like, come on. I mean, even if you want to cash out early and pocket 20 million, 50 million, 10 million, 5 million, like there's a lot of millions to be made if you're just patient and you're waiting. Even if you just want to obviously retire for life, just live off of the reflections. You don't even have to sell your bags. Like, you know, if you're holding $100 million in regards to just coin value, I would imagine your reflections per month is like $1 million per month. You know, something ridiculous, maybe like $500,000 per month. You're making that kind of money per month. I mean, why would you ever sell the coin, the foundation? You know, it is so freaking mind-blowing what this thing can do and what the potential is. No one obviously knows where this thing's going to land and end up, but all I can speak about is the potential of the coin and where this thing can go. It can go literally anywhere. Like, this thing is so freaking crazy on paper that I believe one day we will for sure see, you know, that like 50 cent to $1 SAFEMOON. You know, that's going to change everyone's life. But I feel like it is so far down the line that a lot of people who are buying today that has the opportunity to pick up 100 million coins will not be holding for that long. I doubt that we're going to have people holding SAFEMOON that they buy now for the next 15 years. That's a very long hold, because when it gets to like 1 cent, I feel that's going to be a big, massive cash out. Massive. Almost everyone's going to cash out their bags at 1 cent. Like, come on, because people are just going to FUD the coin. Things are going to crash. When that is the time to just cash out your reflections and live off of reflections. You can live off of reflections at 1 cent. Why would you cash out the actual bag of SAFEMOON? But just my opinion, guys, what do you guys think about this potential, obviously being a real conversation with this actually happening? Obviously, like I'm referencing what the SAFEMOON team puts out there. This is a real conversation. This is actually possible, right? What I said before, I don't need easy, I just need possible. This is actually possible. So anyways, guys, quick video. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, comments down below, guys. Subscribe. Make it a thing. Up to boy. Until next time. Bye-bye.